Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be designing a new set of stickers. Well, I'm going to be using these for probably cards too, but they're little party animals. I kind of want it to have like a little set of stickers to be able to, be birthday themed, because I thought it would be fun to include them with birthday gifts and such over the year too. While I'm here designing these stickers, I wanted to talk about something with you, and that is my experience with designing stickers and selling them. And that can also go for any product, actually. But I'm going to focus on stickers today because I'm making these little sticker designs. So I have sold stickers online and at conventions and such before. I have been to a few different types of in-person events where I've sold my art, but I would say that Comic-Cons are probably my favorite. I have not been in any really big events yet, but I've been in like a few different smaller Comic-Cons, and I feel like that I always enjoy the experience of being at Comic-Cons. There are some general things that appeal to people, and then there are some things that I kind of picked up along the way. I think, the first thing is that people like to be able to relate to the art in some way, because, that's kind of like when people make that personal connection is when they actually end up, wanting to have the thing and buying it. And I think that's why, a lot of stickers that have like little captions on them work really well. Because they see something with a caption and be like, oh yeah, that's me. But that's not always true. I feel like that a lot of times the ones with captions are popular, but I've also had designs that didn't have captions be popular too. Because, well, actually, like my little duckling design, I have like a little duckling sticker design. That one and the snail have both been two that have done well at in-person events. And neither of those have captions. I'm not really sure why the duck and the snail have always been popular, but they always have. People have always liked those at in-person events, but and online, in my online store, the grape soda skunk has done the best actually, which surprised me. I like that design, but it surprised me that it was one that people have came back to. And, of course, I like to make all of my designs colorful and cute. That's kind of more of my style than I feel like me trying to reach to an audience. Of course, I try to make things I think will be appealing to other people, but I think at the end of the day, the most important thing, honestly, is to make things that you really like, which I guess there's like a line between being self-indulgent and making things for an audience, because I guess if you're too self-indulgent, then you won't really be able to connect with an audience sometimes. But I think at the same time, I think being kind of self-indulgent is probably the best way to be authentic and the best way to make things that you're passionate about, because if you kind of get caught up just trying to make things that you think other people will like, you'll kind of lose sight of why you'd want to do it and why you were making those things in the first place. Because if you just sit around and make things that you don't really like, then what are you doing? I mean, I guess you do things for a business, but I think that you should always at least have some level of hey, this is what I like to make and I'm passionate about it and I really like it, because I think that really helps with being able to really, I guess, go strong in your business and not to get burnt out. Because I feel like that if you're kind of not authentic to yourself, then you feel like that you could probably get burnt out a lot more easily. Another thing that I would like to say is that, I have done in-person events and I plan to do a video about that in the future, hopefully, where I can detail more of my experiences about that and tips and tricks and all that. So leave a comment below if that's something you'd be interested in. So, talking a little bit about the designs I'm working on here. This little guy The first little guy is a bunny rabbit, and he says, have a happy birthday. I really love white rabbits because I have a white rabbit and her name is Celeste. So little rabbit designs were always fun to me now. And then the second design here is a little bat, and he says, it's your day to go batty. You know, I always love bat designs. Bat designs have been the ones I've came back to the most, because I guess that's kind of become a trademark of my art now, is that I really like to draw bats. And, you know, I'll say pretty often I draw rats and mice. But this one was like, this bat design was kind of like lightly inspired by a print that I've done before of a birthday party bat, but I kind of also wanted to go a little different and like change up some of the colors here and kind of make it different, you know? So it's not like the same bat, but maybe it's like a bat who would go to the same parties as the other bat. They've partied together probably. And, you know, the third guy here, he is a little kitty cat. And I haven't really made as many cat designs, but it's something I would like to do more of, because I think everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people love cats, and I really love cats. And this little kitty is playing with some ribbon and kind of throwing it around. And the fourth and last sticker that I'm designing in this set is a capybara, which I haven't actually made a capybara design before, and it's one I probably wouldn't have thought of, but you know, I think people do like capybaras, and plus one of my friends in particular likes capybaras, so I decided to go for a capybara design. And I'm happy with how this little guy came out, you know, in the end, because I think that he is very cute. He is holding a little banner that says Cappy Birthday. And all of them, of course, have their little party hats. But I tried to make a little different pattern and slightly different color scheme for each of them. And I'm also kind of going a little bit inspired by like vintage ads with these, because I kind of like tried to put like a little bit of vintage inspiration into these. So while I'm on the topic of talking about stickers and, you know, how I've sold them online and in person, I also want to talk about how like the experience for that can differ, just, you know, for like that kind of product specifically. Online, there's like a bunch of different options for how to make stickers if that's something you want to get into, because you can outsource them, and there are a lot of really good different manufacturers around now where you can just send in your design, and then the company will work with you to print them and send you a big batch of them. And a lot of times you'll get really high quality stickers that way. And I've done that before, and I've never had a bad experience with that. I feel like the stickers always come out pretty good when I get them manufactured. But honestly, my favorite thing to do is to make them myself. Yep, a lot of times I will make the stickers in-house, if not pretty much all the time. There's only like maybe like 2 or 3 designs that I have like manufactured. And I kind of invested in a printer that could handle like high quality stuff for the purpose of printing my own products at home. My printer is a Canon Pixma, but I don't remember which model of Canon Pixma that is. But there are like a lot of high quality like printers out there. I would recommend getting a special printer if you want to print your own stickers, because I feel like that the quality is a really big factor when it comes to stickers, because people want to be able to get one that's going to stay bright and colorful, and, you know, one that really has good color matching and quality. And what I do usually is after I print it, I will like laminate them and cut them out so that they will have like a protective laminate layer over top. That doesn't make them completely waterproof because they can still have like water seep in between the sides of it, but I find that it makes them like very, very glossy and pretty, and it makes them like a lot more, sturdy and longer lasting. Because my top things that I always go for with making stickers is I want to have it to be as quality of a thing as I possibly can, and I try not to really ever cut corners whenever I can, which I'd always bring a nice product. And also, something optional that you can kind of look into when you're making stickers is packaging. There are, it's different options on whether you even want to package your stickers or not. I mean, I recommend that you do find some way of like packaging your stickers, because it's going to look a lot nicer, and it's going to be, I guess the stickers some protection to have some kind of packaging that it's in. Because I've seen some people, like, I've been to like a lot of different conventions and shows and stuff like that, and some people will have them in like little baggies or packaging, and some people will like have them loose. And I guess it depends on what your setup is, but I feel like that, if your stickers are loose, then they might kind of get jumbled around and bent over a little bit, stuff like that. And one of the big things that I've had happen when I'm at in-person events is that the wind will pick up your small products and it will, carry them on about 10 feet away from your table sometimes. So I think you want to have some sturdiness in case stuff like that happens, especially if you do in-person events. Because I mean, if you're strictly an online store, you can kind of just just keep your stickers in some kind of container and then package them up all together whenever you make a sale. But if you want to have in-person, sell them in person, then I guess you probably want to think about some kind of protection in packaging. I have also seen people do it at in-person events where they'll have up a board and just have all of their designs on there and let people like choose the ones that they want, and then they'll kind of like pull them out from behind the table and give them to them, which I think there are pros and cons to that, because for one thing, you're just keeping all your inventory safe behind your table, and only you have access to it unless somebody buys it. And it probably does keep it a lot safer that way, because you can't blow away, can't be stolen by somebody potentially who's just kind of picking up a sticker real quick and throwing it in their pocket, or it can't blow away or the like. But also I feel like there is a factor of that you want to have your setup very customer friendly. And I think that one of the potential dangers of this setup could be the fact that people who are unsure about making the purchase, or they might have social anxiety, would probably be a little deterred by pointing out which one they want on the board and then saying like, hey, I want this one. Because honestly, I feel like that might be a little bit of a deterrent for me sometimes when I'm at events, because I like to be able to pick up the products a little bit and kind of look them over and think about it without really, consulting someone else about it and, talking about it with them. I guess it depends on how introverted or extroverted you are, because that's probably just an introvert thing where I'm just kind of just feel like a little like shy about pointing out on the boards like, can I see that one? Because it's like you can't really like see it before you buy it. With that, you're just kind of locked in when you say like, okay, I want that one, and then you buy it. Otherwise, if it was just sitting on the table, you could kind of pick it up and think about it for a minute. So something else you kind of want to, you really always, you want to, the top 3 things you want to think about when you're selling at least this kind of product. I'm sure it's true for a lot of products, but this kind of product in particular is you want it to look appealing and to others and to have, relatability and an appeal to it. You want it to be an easy experience for the customer. You want it to feel high quality and to be easy to get. And then the third thing is you just really want to make it a good experience. Yep, so that's a lot of my tips. If you really have any questions about anything too, you can also feel free to drop that in the comments, because I have had a fair amount of experience at this point with selling art products, so I feel like I'd be able to answer like a lot of questions that people might have, and kind of like, at least even if I haven't had experience with something in particular, then I could probably know something about it, because I have been in a lot of convention scenes and I had a lot of experiences. I've also, bought these kind of products myself as well, and made them, because, it's something that I really do personally enjoy. That's why I like to make stuff like this, is because I really do like it. I feel like that it would be hard for me to make something that I really didn't like. And, maybe it's easier for some people, but I really do try to put a little bit of, a fun flair into it, and make it something that I feel like at the end of the day, even if some designs never sold, I could just look back at it and say, yeah, I really liked drawing that. I really like that drawing. I think it's very nice. I really like that. And I could use it on my own things. And if you'd like to support me, I do have a store online. I am Jazz Lee Illustrates at Etsy, and there will be a link in the description as well as some other links. I have really enjoyed doing my Etsy store, and actually this beginning of this year I plan on doing some updates to my store. I plan on retaking some product pictures and kind of updating everything a little bit, doing a little housekeeping, and updating some of the shop graphics. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe I'll do a little video about that and take you guys along with that process. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Because I would like to make some new shop banners. I would like to make little icons and all that. I really hope to be doing more YouTube videos and being more present on YouTube. So if there are any particular topics you'd like to see me talk about, or anything you'd like to see me draw in particular, then please let me know. Another thing that I've kind of thought about lately is the fact that I don't know how widespread this knowledge is, but it has been very hard for artists these days to make and sell stickers and such of any copyrighted franchises. And this is kind of like a little bit of a controversial topic in art circles, because a lot of people at conventions will sell copyrighted characters on their art and such, but online it's not really as easy to do that, because a lot of times they'll get copyright struck, and kind of sometimes it depends on the company and how vindictive of their property they are, because they will sometimes that they will threaten legal action over, they see somebody selling their design, like, oh, I don't like that, and then they'll, bring on the thunder. So honestly, I think this is a good time. Everybody has their own choice of what they like to make, of course. You can make their own calls about that kind of thing, but I think it's a good idea to focus on your own original things if you want to sell, because there's no danger in that. As long as you make your own, very original designs, and you're not, and you never, rip off anybody else, of course, and you never copy what they do, then there's really no danger in it. Making your own designs, that's never a bad thing. And I think it's nice, in a way, how, I guess, well, it's not nice for anybody to get in trouble for the art, of course, but I think it's nice how it's kind of had a rise, and artists who make original content have kind of like been more mainstream in artist circles since all that started, because at conventions and such now you'll see like a rise of like really cute animal art making a big rise. And I really enjoy like a lot of artists who draw animals and original things and make their own comics and designs. I think there's a time and place for every kind of art, and I think that it's good for everybody to make what they enjoy. But I really enjoy seeing people like bring their inner world to life, and really make things that they're really passionate about and that they thought of. So I guess there's like a good and a bad side of a lot of coins, but at least that's the one good thing that has kind of risen out of like the rise of original content. And of course I am an artist who makes cute animal art, so of course I'm going to like other artists who make cute animal art. I think it's fun how one big thing that has made a rise lately is the little, I guess, what was once the vermin of the animal world is now very popular, such as raccoons and opossums and rats and mice and all that, because I'm gonna bet that every time you walk into a convention, you're gonna find a little keychain of a opossum. You're gonna find a little keychain of a raccoon, at least these days. And I love that, because I love those animals, and that's art I always like to look at and buy a lot of the time. I really love bats in particular, and I feel like that bat art has definitely taken a rise too. But I feel like the bats probably aren't quite as mainstream as opossums and raccoons. I feel like that opossums and raccoons are kind of the stars right now. And I get it. I love them too. I certainly make a lot of raccoon and opossum art. What's your favorite of the little animals that has been taking a rise lately? Do you like possums and raccoons and bats and rats and mice? I think it's very fascinating too, speaking of animals that have gotten popular lately, and then even just like an animal that's included in this set itself. I think it's very interesting how capybaras have taken such a big rise to popularity lately, because I have seen I'm out and about, a lot of capybara stuff popping up these days, and I think it's really nice. Capybaras are so cute. And of course there are some capybara cafes in Japan where you can go and hang out with the little guys. And honestly, I would love to do that one day. That seems so fun. I wonder if there's any capybara cafes in, outside of Japan. I've never looked into that, but that would be very interesting if there was. So, I guess back to these designs at hand right here. Which one of these is you guys' favorite? I feel like, now that we're kind of coming to the end of the video and they're kind of all coming together, I guess we can kind of talk about how they turned out now. I really, really like the bunny out of this set. I would have to say the bunny's my favorite. I really do like how all of them turned out though. I'm hoping to do like more theme sets like this in the future. I have kind of done theme sets in the past a little bit. Well, I have one in particular theme set that I've done, which is kind of like a large set because I have done a large series of making little vermin animals with their little sweet treats, because I had a bat with a cookie, I had a rat with a macaron, I had a mouse with bubble tea, I had the skunk with grape soda. And honestly, I really love that series. That's probably, a lot of those designs are some of my favorite sticker designs I've done, because I really like them. I think they came out really cute. I'm kind of brainstorming new designs for new sets, so again, I'd love to hear your input. If you really have any ideas of like little themes for sets that I can make in the future, please let me know, because I would really love to hear. I'm kind of hoping maybe to do like more sets that are like themed around holidays and such. I would honestly really like to put out some kind of Valentine's Day set, which that's not too far from now, so we'll see if I get that out in time, get that done in time. But that would be something I would like to do, is to make some little Valentine's themed designs. I'm hoping that would come true. So thank you guys so much for being here and for watching the video. It would really make a big difference to me if you would all like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm really trying to grow the channel and grow this community. And please check me out on other social platforms, and if you're interested in joining this community and getting more involved with it, I have a Discord server that I made for art lovers. Thank you so much, and I really hope that you guys have a great day. God bless.